So, world, this is your girl, T Pretty Smile. This episode is sponsored to you by Fashionique Boutique. That is Fashion IQUE Boutique by Dominique. She is serving ladies sizes large and up. I know I done ordered me a couple of outfits. Go ahead and put yours in your cart. Make your order in, girl.
Ain't that DJ Chose over there? Look like DJ Chose.
Welcome to Real Raw Let's Talk. It's your niece, your neighbor, your auntie, who brought a cup of sugar, T Pretty Smile in the building. And as you can see, we got some beautiful ladies in the building. We up here having a good ladies' night, and I'm gonna let you introduce themselves. But I'm gonna let them introduce themselves so you can get to know who we got in the building today.
Hey y'all, I'm Carla. I'm an Aries. I'm 5'10".
Now she got
Yeah, from Dallas, Texas.
ready.
And I'm ready to get real and raw.
I'm Tiara. I'm a Libra to 19.
Yeah, so
I'm Jaleesa. I'm an Aries too. Oh, wait.
we know about the category.
It's March 26th. Okay, so it's fine. Good. Come on. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm Jaleesa. That's it. I'm Tika. I am a Dallas native, and I'm just ready for some real talk.
Yeah. No sign.
What's your sign, girl? They didn't ask me that. Oh, girl. I'm a Taurus.
I'm Dominique. I'm an Aries too. And that's all you need to know right now.
Hey y'all, I'm Patience. Houston native. I'm a Libra, 1022. I reside in Dallas now, and it's like I get to know too.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Charlize. I'm a Sagittarius, and I'm from Houston, and I'm ready to get raw. Let's talk.
Anything is possible.
I'm Jerica. I'm from East Texas. I'm a country girl, but I guess I live here in Dallas with y'all folks. I'm a Cancer. I'm a crybaby, but I'm also caring and loving. And that's all you need to know. That's it, really.
That's all you need to know,
Right.
I'm going with what y'all think.
All right. And now we can met these beautiful women in the building. Let's get really involved with y'all. So, y'all, first topic I wanted to throw out today was sex mate versus soulmate. Do y'all feel like society get those two kind of confused, or do y'all feel like it's even a difference between the two? Jump in anytime.
I think that society, and I would say mostly this generation now, get it confused because they'll say like, oh, it's my fuck buddy, but then emotions get in the way, and they start looking at the person as like their soulmate, and then when reality hit and you realize that they done moved on and got the girlfriend or boyfriend, you like, well, I thought, right, yeah, this ain't never been me, but you've seen it. It's advertised on TV. This generation really goes through that. But I really do think they get it mixed up, and sometimes they have to say it's the women who really get it mixed up because we are emotional. We are emotional beings, and we act off our emotions a lot. And so I feel like the men or whatever, you can have that person that you just want to have sex with or whatever, but then it's like, I believe in soul ties. and energy transfers. When you have sex with people, there's still soul ties at the end of the day. You still taking on a soul, whatever they got going on. So some type of emotion is gonna come out somewhere. And usually the women end up being the one to take it.
That's true.
Now you mentioned soul ties. Now somebody has told me because I feel like soul ties are true, and I feel like you don't have sex in your bed if that's the person not the person. Like I'll bring home whoever, but we ain't living in my bed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna go on my couch because I feel like until we get to that point, we're living like that. But I feel like somebody was like, hey, it don't matter where you look, you're doing it, no matter where, you still have a soul tie. Do you feel like it don't matter where? Like, because I'm like, no.
I feel like it does because at the end of the day, that's where you lay your head. And spirits jump, in my opinion. I'm very spiritual. I believe that spirits jump. And so you bring this person to your head, to your bed. But then at the end of the day, regardless of where you're doing it in your house, it's going to be around your house still. And so I think it does matter. Like I said, with the soul ties and the energy transfer, it jumps into it no matter where you are. You can't go in and be like, I want to put you in my bed because your spirit might be in my bed. The spirit in your living room, in your kitchen, in your bathroom, and wherever you trying to have sex at, spirits don't care. They gonna be wherever you let them be at. And so it's like it don't matter. Just keep them out your house.
Yeah.
Or just don't. In a sense, it's like don't do it. I know it's hard to. It's easier said than done.
Yeah.
But it's like, or just don't do it if you're just spiritual like that and you think that way. But I don't think it matters.
Free spirits off the house.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't get deep. Sorry.
No, that's real. Don't think with it. Don't think that it doesn't matter where it's at or where the house.
But I feel like spirits gonna follow you either way. If you outside, it don't matter if you in the house. You could be at their house, you could be at your friend's house or somewhere. Any type of connection that you got with that person, it's gonna linger on. Every time y'all meet, it's gonna linger even stronger because it's gonna follow you. Period. Wherever you go.
It's gonna become familiar territory after a while.
Yeah, something too, and it makes you think about that person. Exactly.
That's so true.
Girl.
You become accustomed to it. And you get used to it. And
You can hear a song, like favorite love songs, and it gets stronger.
Yeah.
So it's like
That's real.
I mean, that go back to the soul tie thing,
Mm-hmm.
But when it come down to the house, it's a little different. Because when you're in your house, that's where your mental thoughts process. Because you're there. So those spirits do actually sit in your box in that house that has closed doors. That's why you have to watch what come in your house.
Yep.
That's true.
Because when you outside, you outside. I kid you not, you could literally be dealing with a breakup. And you sit at home, you cry your eyes out at home. Unless your homegirl call you and be like, hey, let's go here, let's go kick you here, there, and the other. The energy is gone because your mind ain't up off of that. When you at home, as soon as you enter that door, who shit at you? Because the spirit still sitting right there. There's something about the house. It's just, everything is just there. That's just the thing. It's hard to get rid of. Oh, yeah. It's because all it is. Yeah, because when another one come in, it's just one leave and another one come. Like, how do you stay there?
And I was about to say, they believe.
so you're having multiple soul ties.
And you gotta be careful because even though you got a sex buddy, that sex buddy got a sex buddy. And that sex buddy got a sex buddy. And that person got spirit and that spirit got spirit. And it's like you're not even just a soul tie with just you and that person. But it's also with you and that person May was with. And that person May was with. And it's like the domino effect. People think it's always on fucking this person, so I'm the only one. No. They got somebody too. Definitely not the only one. So the soul are just like, it's like the soul tie, you get tied to everybody. People don't want to talk on that topic, but you get tied to everybody. And you wonder why you can't sleep. Well, all of a sudden you are extra emotional and got a cold heart when just recently you was just the most friendly and sweetest person ever. But now you feel like when you don't know where it came from. Why I'm feeling like this? You know what? Right. No, listen.
It's real. Because they, a man ain't gonna tell you. I ain't never met a man that just open up. Like,
It's gonna be hard to find me.
They didn't know. They about to say they didn't.
It depends though. That's the thing. It depends on the man.
I feel like when they open with you, it's because they not open with that person, with their person.
They main
Like when they're open with you, when they comfortable telling you whatever, it's because it's somebody that they not doing it to.
And that's the person.
So you like that scapegoat, so to speak.
Yeah,
You know.
and then the same part about that is
And
they
that
open
person-
with you, but they ain't fucking with you like that though.
Yeah.
And they don't look at you as their person. So it's just like if somebody that open with you and then they got somebody and they like open with their person, but they love that person more. I mean, it's ass backwards, but that's what they do.
Because there ain't no man that mess with their foundation.
No, it's something there that they're just keeping them as safety. Because men go off stability, whether they want to say it or not, they're gonna stay somewhere where they ain't gotta be homeless.
And then you think you got a special place in their heart because they confide in you, but all you are is a dumpster to them. And I say that to say not to make it sound ugly, but it is what it is. They're able to dump everything. Only some men, not all. Some are able. You just that person they just dump it all into. Oh, I can go and talk to her about anything. Let me just dump all. Let me pour all this. Now I'm gonna go back home.
Yeah.
It's happening, and women get hurt by that.
Women do the same thing though.
Yeah, they do.
I feel like individually, you gotta understand what it is that you're okay with.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta go back to that as women. What am I okay with? I think we fall into this thing to where we want somebody. So as soon as somebody come along, it's like, and is it really soul ties or is it just convenience at the moment? Honestly, because as soon as you leave this man, if I like on the serious, like if when I get on my flight next week, no bullshit. But this right here don't matter when I'm there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, is that really? And then when I come back here, that is what that is. You know what I'm saying? So is it really soul ties or is it just a matter of convenience at the moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what are you comfortable accepting? So when you say like we're dumpsters, to me, coming out of a 6-year marriage, I don't care what you're going through. That has nothing to do with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just came out of I'm having fun. So if you got all that going on, I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to my practice. We can establish a professional relationship and talk about this in therapy.
Right.
And remove the personal relationship. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to just kick it, we can kick it.
Yeah.
So I feel like as women, we got to go back to setting boundaries and establishing and being clear on what it is that we want. Because, we want a protector, a provider, and a leader and all of that. But what we don't even understand is that we literally lead the relationship if you know how to walk in your femininity.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend right here will tell you, I'm completely two different people when I'm over here. Because I know what that looks like. And I know what you're trying to get out of me, I'm going to give that to you. But if I'm just trying to keep it with you, or you're going to get the ratchet, you're going to get all of this. But if I understand that I'm trying to do something like serious over here, then you move a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's like, when you learn what your position is and you understand what your position is, you move in that position. But we cannot continue to allow, the comfort just to be comfortable with somebody or just to have somebody. So it's like, I'm going to just start accepting anything. Well, I'm not.
You gotta know who
Yeah.
you gotta know who you are and know your worth.
Exactly. I'm not doing that.
If you don't know your worth, then it's just like it's basically pointless because nowadays men not even set up like that to even try to set those boundaries.
Exactly.
Because they'll tell you something, they'll tell you one thing, and it's a whole other thing, and you're going in that direction that you saying, hey, I'm setting this boundary, that boundary, and the next boundary. And then when y'all get to that point, it's like they become a whole other person. Well, they don't become a whole other person. They actually show themselves.
Yeah.
They actually themselves at that point because they're like, I got an answer. This is what we're doing. Because she done gave me a little give and take off of what I already done gave to her because she said she didn't want that.
Yeah.
So now it's very, very hard.
Different times.
Yes, it is. It's hard because we are very dominant. We are looked at, especially in America, we are looked at as the strong leaders, especially us as Black women. We are not, it's not okay for us to cry. It's not okay for us to have bad days. It's not okay for us to, it's not. We are looked as the strong woman in this country, in this world we're in. It's just like it's not okay for us, and then our men even do that to us. That's the bad part. Like black men do it to us the most, and they look at us like an object. Like I said that I love Megan Thee Stallion. I ain't too much of a fan of Cardi B, but I honestly hate the message that they give.
Yeah.
They're fun. They're fun, but at the same time, I don't like the message that they give. Because it separates us that are having fun versus showing women and then now like, hey, this is what a black woman look like. This is what a black woman wants. She just want to have sex and get your money and that's it. And that's how they treat us. That's exactly how they treat us. And it's just like, y'all are setting an example and men are dumb enough to follow behind it. So it's just, it's hard nowadays.
I think with sex highs and soulmates, I think a lot of times in the beginning of relationships that as women we lead men to assume in our position. Meaning like when we first get in relationships, we let's say, like a lot of that times now it's Netflix and chill. It's always popping now. It's just Netflix and chill, or hey, you want to come over and sneaky link this, sneaky link that. You know what I'm saying? And then when we get into that position, it's automatically sex first. The next move is what we're doing, calling them, or girl, he didn't call me in this kind of days, or girl, he ain't answering, and he came by, he ain't did this. Well, and they ain't gotta do that. Y'all, what boundaries did you set? What expectations did you set? What conversation did y'all have to say? Hey. So are we this? This is what I'm needing. This is what I want. I'm looking for this. I want a relationship. Now, one time did you ever say, well, I want a relationship? Now, one time do we ever say it up front? And I'm prone to that. Like, I'll be upfront with me. Like, I was in a situation where I told a guy, up front, hey, look, I don't want nothing from you. I just want sex. I don't want nothing else. I don't want a relationship. I don't want nothing else from you. This is all that I want. Because I'm upfront like that. Because I don't want my feelings to get hurt. And I be damn, I don't want you thinking there's something else. You know what I'm saying? So, and I want that message to be clear. Because if you start to catch feelings, I want you to check out. Or come to me and let's re-adjourn and see what we got going on. Right. Because I'm not going to have no confusion. Right. Hey, I got something going on down the street. And I don't need you fucking up what's going on. Clear shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want shit that's going on irregular good. Fuck what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think we need to be clear off the rip, regardless how the feelings go. Oh, absolutely. Because that's how you save yourself, and that's how you keep another bitch from hurting you, or, whatever the case may be. I think we just have to be clear every day, and whoever you're with, to clear that assumption. Because assumption make ass out of you with somebody else.
And that goes into what, like she was saying, and both of y'all was going in, like, that goes into the whole of knowing who you are. Like, when I make the statement about we can get, like, don't so they just dump everything, that if you don't know who you are and you don't set those boundaries, they don't feel comfortable doing that in the first place. And if we don't put a stop to it, it's going to be like, oh, let me keep coming back and just talking to her. She going to let me do it. Right. I'm still going to be right here. I'm going to let me do it.
You start talking to you for 3 months straight and come right back and let them come back and do that. They gonna do it again.
And what she said, women do it too, because women do it. And some of us, and I'm real transparent. I personally haven't done that to anybody because I always put myself in somebody else's shoes. So I try to think before I do anything, and I look like that would hurt. But I have a guy friend who has done that, and in the past I liked him a lot. Like, I had feelings, and he would come and always talk to me about this girl and that girl. Like, I don't know why it's like certain topics guys feel comfortable or women feel comfortable talking to you about it, but then they go back and do like other stuff. And he was constantly just dumping stuff and just dumping stuff. And I'm just taking it and listening. And I'm just like, okay, but I'm here for you. And I'm thinking like, why you wasting your time over there if I'm right here? But they just keep going back because it's like they're comfortable somewhere on that other side too, where it's like, oh, I'm about to talk to you, but you don't actually have fully what I want. Yeah. And so it's something on that other side that's making them still comfortable. Like, I can talk to you, but I'm still going back this way. And women do it too. We're like, we do it to our girlfriends. So our friends be like, girl, let me tell you. And then we go right back. Because there's something over there that we're comfortable with. We just want to get it out that we bothered right now. But we know it's familiar, that's familiar territory.
And then in that instance too, do you think like sometimes people just don't know what they want?
Yeah, I think so.
Because when they go back and forth like that, they don't know what they want.
Because they don't even know who they are yet.
Yeah,
That's it.
they don't.
That's it.
So they'll come back for a reason. Like somebody will leave because they're searching for themselves.
Yeah.
They ain't found themselves. So that's why they come back. And they whatever they was looking for out there, when they were looking for themselves, when they fucked up looking for themselves, they come back to do it to you. So they like, okay, I'm back on. I do what I do, and I'm gonna find myself again. And then
Like,
I'll make sure with me. Yeah.
It's like,
You keep running up over here.
And I feel like even with us being, I can speak for myself. So me being 36, okay, but I have a 16 and 17 year old, right? So if you do the math, I have my son at 19, right? So 19 to turn around and have my daughter at 20. So before 21, I got 2 kids. So now it's like I'm forced to be a single mom, right? Because I didn't did what I did. I didn't have kids. So now when you get to this age to where it's like you want to slow down and you want to have a legit family, you don't know what type of man you're looking for. Because the ones that you done been through, well, let me speak for myself. The one, even in my marriage, like now, let me be clear. My ex-husband never see this. I ain't gonna say his name, but my ex-husband was a great man. I'll never say nothing bad about him. We didn't divorce because he cheated on me. None of that. We divorced because I was immature. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be honest. We gonna be real.
Real and raw.
Yeah, I was immature.
That's wrong though. So you put the blame. No, your own fault. That's wrong. That's real shit.
I was immature and I didn't understand. My ex-husband was 9 years older than me. So I didn't understand what it was. So it's like, when my ex-husband used to say stuff like, well, I don't want your friends coming over here. What the fuck you mean you don't want my friends? This is my friend. This is my home. And he's like, Tira, when I come home, I want to come home. But see, I'm not listening, right? So you come home and I got 3 motherfuckers with me. And he's like, I'm not going to keep. So instead of me just like humbling myself and listening to this man, I got my feelings and I left. So now I'm like 36. And I'm up here like, okay, now what? You know what I'm saying? Like, now I don't know, because I've never had that relationship, but in the marriage that I did have, you learn from it, and you like, okay, I'm not about to, like, that's done, that's in the past. But it is what it is. But sometimes we genuinely don't know. You don't know, and then if you don't know what you're looking for, you don't know where to look. And then when people say, oh, well, you picked the wrong guys. Well, where the fuck is the right ones at? Like, you know what I'm saying? Where do you go? You don't go to church. You don't go to the club. It's like, it's always don't places to go. And then when you get a man, and he shows you a little bit of what you think you looking for.
You think you found the right one.
You think you found the right one, and then that's when you get all this other kind of shit. But it's like, so now, I'm like, okay, let me take a step back. I'm just going to date. And then whatever I like is what I like. Because right now, even at 36, I ain't 100% sure. You know what I'm saying? It's like, do you want a motherfucker with all the money that's giving you all the money, but now you sit up here looking like that's all you gotta give? Or do you want somebody who's really into you, right? But yeah, you was in the dick. I was out of my day in the dick. But I look like but seriously, so it's like, which one do you really want? What do you want? Like, do you even know? You know what I'm saying? So when we have these conversations, even like the little card game, so when you have those conversations, like let's say for instance, you have those conversations with your significant other. Are you answering those questions to please that person, or are you really answering that question because that's your answer?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, am I telling you what you want? That's why I said, like, as me being a therapist, like, I can't do adults, right? Because if you are going and you're forcing that person to go, or you're forcing that person to come. Like, let's say it's a married couple, right? It's infidelity on one end. That infidelity is never going to go away. It happened. And when people say, oh, I done got over it, you never will. Because self-conscious, as women in the back of your mind, you're never going to forget that. You're going to try to act like you did. You know, you're going to try to do everything in the world, but that will never go away. That's a pain that will never go away. And the first time you do some shit that you think is going to bring it up again, oh, you out of here. So, I think we got to first know what the hell we want. Mm-hmm. Know what you want. Take time, learn yourself, figure out who you are. What do you like? Date yourself. I went to the Bahamas by myself for my birthday. People couldn't believe it. They was like, oh, you believe it was there with somebody else? No, I was not. I went by myself. I left my kids. I left everybody. I went by myself to the Bahamas 5 days. Best vacation I ever had. I did what the fuck Tierra wanted. Right. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got up when I wanted to get up. I ate when I wanted to eat. Whatever I want to do, I did. Yeah. So it's like, we have to take that time to learn us. If you don't learn yourself, shit, you can't listen to nobody else. You can't do nothing.
This part of the episode is sponsored by Stylish. That's STYYLISHH. Making beauty personal. By none other than Jaleesa Reed. And Stylish has beauty products, body scrub, eczema cream, even a few clothing products. And guess what, men? We ain't gonna leave you out. Jaleesa also has beard oil for men, okay? And all of her products are all natural, okay? So go ahead, reach out to Stylish, that's STYYLISHH by Jaleesa Reed, making beauty personal. Now let's get on back to this ladies' night, and I'm feeling right. Ladies' night.
And I want everybody to like really answer, because this been kind of stirring up and bothering me. I brought it to other people, and I'm glad that I all women, because like I said, I brought it up to other people, and then it kind of told me I was wrong. This happened to me a couple years ago, and yeah, I want this little case. Okay. Okay, so I'll tell the case after I ask the question. Okay, so do you think it's wrong to expect a certain level of intimacy after taking someone out on so many dates, or they spend so much amount of money?
First, so let me say this. I think it's a maturity level. Mm-hmm. I think it's a maturity level. So I'm gonna tell you something. So
what you mean though? Like a maturity level? What?
I think it's all about your maturity. Like, I feel like, what does sex really matter to you? How do you define sex? How do you look at sex? So it's like, if a guy takes me on a date and he spends $150 on the dinner, right? And so my question is always, when I have these conversations with people, my thing is, first of all, where the fuck is we going when you spend all this money when you feel like I gotta give you sex? Like, what restaurant is really worth all of this shit? Because I'm not a picky motherfucker. Like, I'll go to anywhere to eat. I love to eat shit. I'm a thick bitch. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to spend a lot of money on me. So what restaurant are you going to where you feel like, because you paid this check, that I gotta fuck you? That's number one. Number two, I feel like, what does sex mean to you? Like, are you just trying to have sex just to have sex? Or like what is going on? Because there's men out there, that's why I said it's a maturity level. There's men out there that will date you and want to expect a motherfucking thing. And I know it because I have. I dated a guy for 3 months, and we went on trips. We went everywhere. And it was me. I know, like, what is going on? So I feel some type of way. My feelings like, why are you not trying? You know what I'm saying? And he was like, that should have come when it come. I'm like, okay. So I think it's a maturity level. Honestly, I think it's how you view it. Like, what does it really mean to you? Mm-hmm. And I feel like males that make it such a big deal are immature. Mm-hmm. Very immature. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you gotta think about, like, what we see on social media, they flip the fuck out. Go left. And you could walk down any goddamn street. It's free pussy pussy everywhere. You could find bitches that you get 10, 20. Like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? That you feel like because you paid for a meal, like I gotta give it to you. Like your maturity level is very immature. That's just my thought.
But now, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like it shouldn't be an expectation, but after a few dates, y'all are dating. So what is it that we're doing here? Where are we going from here? Are we building something, or are we just sleeping around? Like, are you trying to get to know me, or are you trying to get in me? So, after dating, like consecutive dates, not that it's expected, but be straightforward. Let's be honest about what we're doing here. Because then that gives us both the open window to lay it out on the table. Here's what I want from this. Here's what I want from this. Okay, you don't agree with this, so maybe we should part ways. Okay, I like that idea, so let's move forward. But a lot of times it's not discussed. It's kind of left to the let's take it with the flow. Go with the flow. And so you end up going with the flow and y'all be on two different flows. You know what I'm saying? And so you never really get like a clear understanding of what it is that we plan on doing with each other. So expectation, no, but a conversation definitely needed.
Yeah.
Say that a little bit low.
You put that something in there.
I mean, but like it's what it is as today. This is the trending of how society look at us as that we are sex symbols, period. It doesn't matter, a man attracted to a woman or, same sex. It doesn't matter. It's that their main focus is a physical attraction. That is the first thing that they see. And so how they are brought up, how they see, it starts in the home. So if they communicate with their parents or don't communicate with their parents, or they look for things outside the house, and the environment that they're set in is where they expect that that other person, the opposite sex, same sex, however, that person to be, or assume this is what they want instead of having that communication. And that's where this generation lacks up. We're so big on other big topics, but when it comes to the little things, just having a relationship, y'all always focus on relations.
Yeah.
So it's like,
So you gotta
Nah, you already know. I promise y'all will agree to this too on that topic, because it's real big right now on social media. They posting girls getting disrespected by men that are pissed off because they didn't have sex, but at the same time, let me sit up when I say this. At the same time as women, you have to be prepared. Y'all know the song on Lion King, be prepared. Be prepared. You have to have your own money. Be ready for the men who don't look like that. Not saying all men will live. There are some men out there that won't take care of you. They don't care nothing about that. But at the same time, as women, be prepared. Because that one video that circulated around social media, that's what made me say this, where a dude put her out the car, took her back to the airport, and canceled her return home, canceled her ticket. Yeah, that was wrong. Yeah, okay, whatever. That was wrong because y'all probably didn't have that conversation, but before y'all went out of town. But at the same time, you need to have your money and be ready to go ahead and pay your ticket to get back home. Pay your money for your. I promise you, that was me. Oh, so I'm at the airport. I'm gonna go fly somewhere else. Okay. I'm gonna stay right here. I'm gonna call Uber, go back to my hotel, book me a whole ticket. Okay. So it's like everything everybody said was right, but at the same time, as black women, we were raised we were already raised to be independent. So be independent. You can depend on a man and still have your own independency at the same time, because at the end of the day, you're your own individual. Yeah. You can't expect. I'm not gonna say don't rely on men, because I think we all need somebody. I'll never say we don't. But at the same time, be prepared. Have your coins lined up. Don't be out there. Oh, he left. I took myself to Joe's Crab Shack the other day. I like solo dates. I take myself out on a date. Period. I'm married, going on 12 years, and I'm still gonna take myself out on dates. At the end of the day, who I am as an individual creates who I am as a mother and as a wife. And so I took myself out on a date. While I'm sitting at the table, there's another lady at another table in front of me. So I'm thinking, oh, that's cool. Another black sister right there with me, having our solo dates. No, she was sitting there waiting on another man to come, who ain't never showed up. So she got up and left and did a dine and dash. Because she didn't have no money to pay for herself. When she realized that this man wasn't going to show up and come pay for herself, you ordered in advance before the man even showed up. So you automatically assumed that he was going to come and cover your tab, and now you can't even afford this tab. I'll never request what I can't provide. And so at the same time, it's like, you did that. Man, the waitress looked at each other like, she said, did she walk out? I said, she did. And what I do, I just went ahead and paid the waitress, because that's going to come out your paycheck now. But she done got up and left. But that shows that we're not always, a lot of women are not prepared. And sadly, a lot of them are young women. It's this generation. Because it's, like you said, it starts at home. Some of them are being taught, yeah, if this man want to go take you out, he better do this, he better do that. But what she needs to be doing? She got to play a part too. I take my husband out on dates real quick. I just sent my husband to LA for Father's Day. He ain't have to pay a dime. Because why I gotta be the only one being taken out and treated out? Why he can't?
Right.
Girl, let me go to this topic.
You're right, look, okay? I also want to say that though, because we were mentioning the person at the airport. Men need to learn how to handle rejection.
Yeah,
men do not know how to handle rejection. And they come from this little bitch boy place within them that they feel like they gotta lash out. You can't have a cat show.
For real.
You can't. And you gotta learn that things don't always go the way you want it to go. I have my own mind, and this is my body.
Right.
And just because you think something is gonna go that way does not mean I have to follow it. And men don't learn that. Like rejection just isn't a thing. You know, you walk down the street and somebody's trying to talk to you, and you be like, "I bitch, I ain't want you no way."
Right. But you just trying to know.
So, which is why I feel like all women should go and get a CCW. There's a class here that is only $60 that I just took, and then you get your CCW, your concealed carry, and just
So she's trying to shoot niggas.
You got
Before you take this.
read the law. Just read the
Yeah.
law.
You still need it. They're not gonna tell you that you need it.
Yeah, and you still. It's good to have, especially depending on whatever your profession is. Now, my profession is a great backup for me in case something happens. You know what I'm saying? So
That's true. That's true.
So just in case, and it's only $60 for the class, and it's only a 3-hour class. I forgot what's the guy's name. Keith McGuire, Sheriff Keith McGuire. He offers a $60 class. And at Shoot Point Blank, they have ladies' nights on Wednesdays. I go shoot there a lot. So
They have it at in Dallas on Mockingbird at the Dallas Academy or something like that. Where on Tuesdays it's ladies' night from like 4 p.m. to close, and some of them they real generous to the women because they really want to go in there and learn and shoot. And half the time you just gotta pay for your target and get on in there and start busting some caps in them targets. It's a stress reliever. Some people think, oh, just for protection, but it's a stress reliever. You get this adrenaline rush at the gun range. I was so scared. I went in there and I was like, I want to shoot with 45. Why I did that?
no, you don't.
I was like, I got that 45. I was like, I like this 45. It got a lot of kickback.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's an adrenaline rush that you get and you start feeling like all your stress and stuff just go away. Like it's like you just shooting at this target. And it's like if y'all never been,
It is.
No, for real, like it was great. No, like y'all know what adrenaline rushes are like where you just going. That's what it feels like because you start shooting, you're like, dang. I looked at one of my sisters like, did you feel that? Because I felt it. Like it's like y'all need to go. I think everybody needs to go, not just to learn how to shoot, protect yourself, but for real, it is easy to clear your mind doing that. They'll teach you at the very beginning how to hold the gun and stuff, so you have to go in there and throw the gun at you. They gonna take you through like the class. It's like just a few, like 20 minutes. Teach you how to hold the gun, how to aim. Boom, that's it. Get on up in there and start shooting, and get on about it. I think women should do it. If you've never done it, even at least one, I think at least one time you should go in there and just try.
My mom's been trying to get me to do it.
Go.
She gave me 9 days. We at the gun part. And she, because I'm a single mom and stuff like that, and I'm the only girl, so she's been trying to get me a gun, but I know, like, my limit, like, my anger limit, and my guidance.
The second time you said that, I'm going to do it first thing.
But, yeah, like, I just know myself, like, when I get to a certain part.
Start with like a 22.
Yeah.
Start with something small.
She said to that night.
But no,
really, like, I just know my boundaries. Like, I know that when I get to a certain level of anger, there's no stop.
But she not telling you to run and go get the damn gun.
But I will. Like, if I know how to shoot it, I know that anywhere, I know. Yeah, that's why I just rather not deal with it. Yeah.
Just to
And my family has them, so I just rather not put myself in that.
You gotta look at it too, like you saying it in a way of your anger, but what about your safety?
True.
That's why I just rather
Other than always gonna work.
They got that in.
and the other thing, I can get close if I gotta use my knife.
Yeah. What you at home one night?
But I'm not
What is
you better start learning how to go that knife. You better have to go somewhere.
Control yourself. That's the emotion. You can control yourself.
It's hard.
That's it. It is hard, but you can't work
I mean,
on
I get on the camera.
And
It feels good. Like, yeah. Like, losing your dad, I lost both my stepdad and my dad.
Okay.
And, like, it just kind of snowballed. And then we've been through domestic violence and things like that. Like, it's a lot of snowballing. It's just a lot of snowballing. Other things, I just better not put myself in that position. It's just,
That makes sense.
just know
That makes sense. I think that people have their, like you said, it's hard. It is. People have their triggers that will just get them to that point. Anybody who knows me knows, like, I'm real friendly. I love people. I'm probably one of the nicest people you're going to ever meet. And when things happen in my life, I'm like, okay, I'm pissed off. That hurt my feelings. Then I'm just like, okay, whatever. And I never really knew my anger limit until I lost my baby this year. And after that, everything triggered me. I was like, look, I'm trying to heal. I ain't never went through this before. That was my child. He died literally a month before he was born. And so he was a baby. I was able to hold him. And I was like, okay, I'm going to heal from this too. I done dealt with that before. No, that's a whole different ball game. And I don't say that for like a pity party or nothing. I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, I'm healing. I'm dealing with it. You'll never heal from it, honestly. But things like that will create new triggers.
Right.
And it ain't got to be nobody mentioning a baby. It could just be somebody just pushing your button and messing with you. Okay, now I gotta fuck you up. Because I'm trying to heal. I'm trying to get myself together. And you pissing me off.
Yeah.
And it's hard. Like, it really is. And that's why I was like, I understand where you're coming from. My dad has too, so I get it. And so when you got people like, me and my dad had the best relationship. But the older I get, I was like, oh, my dad was a great dad, actually. I didn't understand as a child, but as I got older, I'm like, oh, he was a great dad. Now I see what he's talking about. Now I see what daddy meant. And then when the baby died, I was just like, bro, okay, I can't take too much more of this. And then now I get it. You got them triggered. It ain't got to be people. It could just be something that you can trigger your own self. And people don't even realize that. Like, you can literally trigger your own stuff and you be like, okay, you know what? And that's why I created that post on Facebook. I'm not friends with, like, some of y'all, but there was a post where I was like, I'm not healing from nobody else no more.
That's
I'm not healing from friends no more. I'm not healing from family no more. I'm done healing from my own self-created trauma. Because we do it too. But it's like one of them things where, like, you'll get through it. And I'm only saying this just because I heard you say that it's hard. And I see it. Like, when you came here and you were trying to set that up and you said that, I looked at your face and I was like, dang, her energy just changed real fast. I can tell nobody that I saw it, and I was like, bro, I get it and I feel it. It's hard, but I'm telling you, journal it, pray about it, talk about it like you're doing right now. Like, I know this is real and raw, so that's what this is.
Yeah.
So if whoever watching it get bored, you're just gonna be bored. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
But that's real.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like there was a time I couldn't talk about my son passing without crying.
Yeah.
Like literally, I'll start talking and I'm just just boo-hooing. I got people hugging me, but first don't touch me because it's like it make it worse. I know you're trying to show care.
Right.
Like my best friend, she check on me all the time. Sometimes I'm like, oh, she's so lovable, but no. She'll check on me, but that's what you need.
Right.
And so it's like I don't say that to her. I let her be that best friend because we'll turn up all day, but can you ride with me and be right there when I really need you and you're going through something? Or I'm going through something. Or the fact that you can be there for me and you going through something yourself.
Yeah.
And so like that's why I'm like this right here. And I feel like everybody going through, I don't even know I'm on this topic. Okay, thank you, Lord. I know that I already know what it is. But I just feel like everybody who's going through, so even though you just doing this because you want to be a podcast, right, girlfriend, I feel like it's something in here that's still needed, regardless of the fun and the getting drunk or whatever. It's something out of it. No, for real, it's something in here. Like somebody needed that for real. Look, I needed that. Like real talk, but yeah, I'm carry on. I think.